everyone, and welcome back to Exploring DC, where we take a piece of DC and explore it with you. I'm your host today, Luis, and with me is my co-host Jackson. How you doing?
I'm being held against my will.
Why, Jackson?
I'm being forced to watch what's it called? Scooby-Doo and Batman the Brave and the Bold. Whatever the hell that means.
That is what we are covering today, and I'm glad
That
I
is what
can
we're
already
covering today.
tell. I'm glad I can already tell you loved it. Um,
You're gonna be
before
surprised what I have to say, but we're gonna keep going.
oh, I'm gonna save who made this movie till after I hear your thoughts. You'll see why.
Save
Um,
who made this movie.
don't worry about it. So, um, before we start, little quick update on the pod. We have some great content coming your way.
No, we
We
don't.
went to GalaxyCon rally this last weekend. We will
I
probably be
apply
covering.
deodorant 3 times a day.
Why don't you do that every day? It's pretty needed. That's
Trying to keep a straight face. Keep going. God damn.
why I held the silence. But yeah, we were at GalaxyCon rally. We got to be press members. Thank you very much to the people at GalaxyCon for allowing us to do that. We introduced some cosplayers, and we'll probably be doing a debrief with our friend Josh from Jammore TV pretty soon. So expect that coming very soon. In terms of that, Jackson, anything new? Anything nerdy?
Anything new, anything nerdy. I'm moving into a house this week. That's cool. I got a couple of Ugh! I got a couple of cool little pieces from GalaxyCon. I got an Andor one, of course. But yeah, that's about it. I got a ton of Blu-rays. My Blu-rays are all over here in a box. I should have thought about this before I packed them up, but my Blu-rays are all over there in a box because I'm moving. But I did purchase, Luis, very important purchase for the purposes of this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I purchased Green Lantern on Blu-ray for $1.50.
Yes, that's too much.
I purchased Green Lantern on Blu-ray. Now I've never seen Green Lantern at all. Rest assured, I will be totally shit-faced when we watch it.
Yeah, expect a reaction video coming very soon.
You can expect a reaction video for Green Lantern whenever we cover that on the pod. I think that's sometime in August, right?
Yeah, that's next month.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun. Which for everybody watching, Green Lantern month is coming
It
very
is coming.
fast. Obviously, Lanterns is coming in mid-August, I believe. So August 16th, I remember. So throughout the release of Lanterns, we're gonna be
That's
doing.
soon.
I know. We're gonna be doing a Green Lantern month where we'll cover different Green Lantern projects, and in the news section, we'll review each. I'll do a quick review of each episode of Lanterns when they
Yeah.
come out, and then we'll do a full review at the end of the series, covering the series as a whole. But that'll be a fun thing that we do later on. In terms of for me, I didn't really buy anything at GalaxyCon Raleigh.
Yeah, show the haul, buddy. Go ahead
I
and show the
say I say
haul. You don't even got to tell the price tag. Just show the haul.
part of me wants to say the amount of money I spent just to have Josh bleep it out, but I'm not gonna make him edit that. So oh god, how do I go about this quick? You know what? I'm gonna say
Autographs and then merch. That's an easy way to break it.
okay. So uh honestly, we're a DC pod, but I'm also a huge fan of various franchises. So one of my big favorite franchises of all time is Marvel. I got a couple signatures over at GalaxyCon Raleigh,
A couple.
and I got as many Marvel actors as I could to sign this hammer. Jackson knows this was my mission on my second, your third day, but my second day at GalaxyCon.
Hey, to be fair, I made that your mission. Just I'm gonna take credit for that.
I'll give you. That's true. That is very true. You're the one that actually convinced me to do it. But
But yeah, run us through it.
I'm glad I did because we have Ross Marquand, who plays Charles Xavier, which may I say one of the nicest dudes.
Yeah,
I've
he was
ever
a,
met.
he yeah.
I love talking with him. I think we talked about Puerto Rico for 10 minutes. So that was awesome. Then this is backwards on the camera, so I need to look this way. We have Matthew Wood, who plays Herbie, also extremely
Just a
nice.
legend. A legend. He's a
Um,
legend.
I had no idea how much he's done for Lucasfilm.
Yeah.
I
He's a
researched
he's a
him.
fucking legend.
I know, like, wow. I wish. I'm excited for that book. They keep teasing he'll write in like 10 to 15 years. I want to read
Yeah,
that.
he's gonna have all the tea because like he worked under
Mm-hmm.
George Lucas. He's worked under oh my god, my hair looks like a mess. He's worked under everybody, and yeah, he's one of the like as long as I've known Star Wars names, I think I've known that name. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
he's just one of those, and then you grow up and you learn. Oh, he worked on There Will Be Blood, The Master, Inherent Vice. Like he worked
Yeah.
on the Knives Out movies. Like he's not just a Star Wars legend, but he's just like a bona fide just sound legend. Um, yeah,
Which for
that's
listeners
all.
know, he is.
And awesome. He had one of the best. He was probably in the best panel we had too, top to bottom.
Yeah, I
That
would
we
agree.
saw
I
because we
will
saw
say,
4 panels, right?
I saw 5. You weren't
Okay,
there for one of them. Yeah, we saw Carl Urban, which was we only saw the
that
end.
one was
No,
that one was really bad.
it's sad. I think he had some good stories, but I don't think the questions were that
The
good.
questions were really terrible.
Yeah, and then we saw the ending to the Office panel with Brain Wilson and Angela,
Yep,
and then we saw the Mall Shadow Lord panel, which was really
that one
damn
was
good.
fantastic. That was my favorite.
Sam Woodward was hilarious on that stage. I keep saying I'm gonna say it again. I said it to you at the stage, and I'll say it again. Sam Whitwer is a nonchalant version of Jackson Wells, and you
I take
cannot
that as
tell
a
me that's
compliment.
true.
He's got a good vibe.
Like he literally makes the same jokes you'll pull out of your ass sometimes, and I'm like, what the heck? I'm seeing double. But yeah, so that and then Vanessa Marshall also.
Yeah, she's
Quick
such a sweetheart.
quick story about this. I went with our friend Josh. He was talking with her because he knows her because he's interviewed her, and all I did was stand there and just help him out. And I said hi real quick. She literally said hi, how you doing? Asked me about my day, and then just gave me a hug after. And I was like,
Yeah,
"Why are
she's
you
such a
so
sweetheart.
nice? Why are you like?" It freaked me out how nice she was. She was such a lovely person to talk to. But yeah, Matthew Wood, obviously sound engineer legend, also voice acting General Grievous, various droids, and then Herbie in the MCU, so he's up here. And then we have I'm gonna save that one for last. Carl Urban, who played Scourge in Thor Ragnarok, up here. That one was sick. I have a picture with him, which I'll probably have on my channel. I'm probably gonna have a video with all of my photos and videos from the con, so look out for that on Avalon Studios. But extremely nice dude as well. Then we have Ray Chase, who plays Cyclops at the top corner in X Men '97.
Also, another incredibly nice dude.
Exactly. It was weird how nice these people were. I was not expecting it. Like I've always had the belief of like, yeah, honestly, actors are just normal people, just very talented normal people. But after a whole weekend there, I know they love the fans, but fans are stressful. So
Yeah,
like I'm shocked how nice they still were because I talked to all
yeah.
these people on Sunday, and they were still that nice. So that was great. And then finally, I think my favorite one, Vincent D'Onofrio, who plays Kingpin in Daredevil, which you got a signature from him as well.
Yeah, I did. I got my Blu-ray signed.
And
That was the only one I picked up.
King Vincent D'Onofrio probably
You
one
gotta
of the
save
most.
that story. You gotta save that story. You
Should I
gotta save
save
that
it?
story.
All
You gotta
right.
save that. Yeah, save that for the next pod. We're doing a whole episode on this.
When we do the debrief, there's a hell of a story for that signature right there. But again, extremely nice. Sign the hammer and yeah, and I have a picture of Ross Marquand holding my Mjolnir in our picture. And we took a group pic after Josh interviewed him, which I love that I can say that Xavier held this. Professor X helped, and Apocalypse helped us. I did not know he
Yep.
did both characters. But yeah, so that's
Make sure to go
happened.
see him in Avengers Endgame Encore this September.
Jesus Christ, yeah, that's true. The most anticipated Avengers movie of the year.
Yeah, right.
And then I'll go through these quick because I know probably nobody cares about these, but I love these.
Hmm.
and are probably my favorite, are my Power Rangers signatures. I'm a huge Power Rangers fan, as I talked in our Justice League versus Power Rangers video, which if you haven't seen, go watch it. We covered the crossover comic that came out in 2017, same year as this movie. Actually, now that I think about it,
Huh.
year of crossovers. But we have Sea Ranger Pink and Sea Ranger Yellow from Power Rangers CO, who I did a morph with, which was I was very confused because I thought I paid for a photo, but then I just ended up getting recorded while morphing with it. So that was cool.
Yeah.
And then uh, we have Aisha from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the Yellow Ranger, who signed this photo of the cast from the 90s movie. And they even gave me a free comic, which was cool. And then this card is for the Spades film that Johnny John Bosch, prolific voice actor for various anime dubs, as well as the Black Mighty Morphin Power Ranger, Green CO Ranger, Green Turbo Ranger. He signed this card for me and just gave it to me because he was just that nice. So that was cool. And then another one that I have a video for that'll probably be in that debrief or in my personal channel is I got this signed by the second Red Mighty Morphin Power Ranger, Steve Caldenas, which he said was the first one he ever signed. So
There
I
you go.
have that, and if you want it, it is $500. That's where we're starting the bid.
Okay.
Maybe someday, but no,
I'll
I
give
do
you
love
two
it.
cents.
Fine, sold. I guess that's as much as I'm gonna get. But
Yeah.
uh, but I am very glad I have this, and this will be in my collection for a very long time. So, and I have the video of him signing it, so I have proof that it was the first one he signed. And then I'm gonna save. I bought a lot of Lego. I'm just gonna say that. I'm gonna save it for the debrief for when we
Yeah,
show
good.
our
You need
whole
to save
share.
something.
I will show the DC figures I got though.
All right, let's see it.
So the DC figures I got were Peacemaker right here,
Nice.
which I love the chrome helmet. I got who else did I get? I got Nightwing, which I'm pretty sure is the Arkham version from the games.
Oh, cool.
So absolutely love it. One of my favorite DC characters of all time. And then the only other DC character I got was Mr. Terrific from the Superman movie,
There you go.
which I
That's a good
absolutely,
one.
which is probably my favorite character in that film. So other than the Superman, so I'm very glad I have him. But yeah, the rest I'll save. There's 22 other figures.
And just imagine that. There's even more guys.
Yeah,
Luis is never spending a dollar on anything again. He is eating straight ramen for the next year.
and I'm about to be unemployed in like 3 days, so that's great.
Yeah, facts.
But yeah, but now that we've gone over again, you'll hear more about this on the GalaxyCon debrief with our friend Josh Jam, or hopefully he will be here with us. And yeah, that should be coming out in hopefully a week. We'll find out. Um, but today, what we are talking about, oh, it was 2018, not 2017. We are talking about Scooby-Doo and Batman, The Brave and the Bold, which is a 2018 animated direct-to-video superhero action comedy. Obviously, DC, known for the direct-to-video films. Nothing new.
Yeah.
Then, our plot, as Mystery Incorporated investigates a series of thefts by the ghost of Peppetto the Puppeteer and his puppet, Batman shows up. Is this just a little... Where's the synopsis? I just... I looked up synopsis and I had 3 pages of writing.
I got you. Allow me.
You do
Allow
it,
me.
please. You do it, please.
Scooby-Doo and the Mystery Incorporated gang meet up with Batman and other friends to defeat evil villains and save the day.
Boom.
Aw.
That is a perfect rendition. Thank you, my brother.
Yeah, you're
But,
welcome.
So, today, honestly, we gotta start by... Before I start going into who made this movie, Jackson,
You're blue balling me with this.
I want to know what your thoughts on this film. Just quick thoughts, and then we'll go into detail after I tell you who is in it.
I am a notorious on this podcast. It's kind of my shtick that I watch one of these DC animated movies and then I get on here and bitch and moan about it for an hour. That's kind of my shtick. I hate these things. I hate them with all my heart. I really quite despise most of these DC animated movies.
Mm-hmm.
So it's with a certain level of, I guess, shock that I am here to report to you that I did not have a bad time with this movie.
Let's go. I am actually shocked because I thought you would hate this movie.
It
Or
is
not
with
hate, but I thought you'd really dislike it.
it is with. I thought I would too. Honestly, like I don't really. There's no way to sugarcoat that. I thought I was gonna have a very miserable time, but I didn't. Honestly,
Well, good, because I want you to know who made this film you actually didn't dislike. It's people who have made films that you absolutely hate. So, the director. Well, actually, let's start with the director. The director's actually a good one. The director's actually a good
okay.
one.
All right.
Director. This is only his second thing that he's ever worked on. The first was Batman Unlimited. He did 13 episodes as director on that
Okay.
show. Then he worked on Justice League Action, did 20 episodes. He directed the Death of Superman and Reign of the Superman for the DC AMU. And then he did Batman vs. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which we covered on this channel. So he has done 2 crossovers. And he directed the first episode of X-Men 97.
Did I watch Batman versus Teenage Mutant
I
Ninja
believe you
Turtles?
were here. Yes.
Did, hold on. Did I really? Did I really?
Check the YouTube channel. I can't remember. I think you were here.
Hold on. No. Batman versus Teenage.
Mutant Ninja Turtles, yeah.
I don't think I watched that.
I
Okay.
swear to God you did.
Anyways, I'm getting way off track here.
No, now I want to know. Give me a second. Soren DC Podcast. TMNT.
That'd be really embarrassing if I did.
You're right there, motherfucker.
No, I did.
You're right there. And that's me with long hair.
Some guys and Jackson Wells.
Oh God. Did I really? When did we do this? When was this? That is me.
Holy shit, this was November last year.
That's why I don't remember. Okay, never mind.
This was that
I have an
long
excuse.
ago?
It's like I vaguely remember like images
How long have
from
I
it,
been on
but
this pod?
okay, that makes a lot more sense because it's like I couldn't tell you anything that happens in that movie besides the fact that like
Okay.
they're there.
But
Anyways,
he also directed the first episode of X-Men 97.
okay, cool.
So that's the director. So the writer, there's 2 writers. So I couldn't find much on the writer of the screenplay, but I have the 2 people who created the story. So story by, and the first one is James Tucker, who wrote
Okay,
Flashpoint Paradox. Or sorry, either produced, wrote, or directed. Right? Flashpoint
Yeah.
Paradox, Assault on Arkham, Apocalypse War, and Batman Hush. And then, this is the real kicker. The other person who wrote the story, Michael Jelenic, who worked on
Nope.
Teen Titans Go to the Movies, Teen
okay.
Titans Go the Show,
I do remember that movie.
Batman vs. Dracula,
The fuck is that?
Lego.
That's not a real. Luis, you could have
That's a
just
real
lied
movie.
about that.
That is a real
You could have just
animated
lied about that.
movie.
You
is
could have
a
just lied
real
about that, and I would
animated
believe you.
movie,
Like,
and I've seen it
why?
when I was a kid. I was a little kid. I don't
Okay.
remember.
All right.
Lego DC Justice League versus Bizarro League,
Again, could have made that up.
and he's the director of both Super Mario movies for Illumination. So the director of the Super Mario movies, the executive producer on Batman Hush, came together and made a film you liked. So that means 2
You
negative.
say I
is
liked it.
positive
I
for
said
you.
I didn't hate it, but
2 negative.
I didn't have a
positive for
bad
you.
time.
That's good.
Yeah, okay, sure. Yeah, I'll give him this one. This is, hey, granted, this is better than any of the Mario movies, and this is better than whatever the hell else you just listed. I'd take this over all of them.
I was shocked because I looked this up, and normally you'll find just animated movie. I was like, Super Mario director wrote this, and the Batman Hush producer wrote it, and the director that's on X-Men 97. This is such a weird mashup of people
Fucking
that
A,
worked
dude.
on this. But all right, but now actually getting into the story, I just wanted to hear your thoughts on that. First of all, I want to hear your thoughts on the music. What are your thoughts on the
Also, cast. You didn't do cast.
Fine, fine. I forget.
I'll do cast. No, I'm
I
gonna do it.
have it right here.
You have Frank Welker as Scooby Doo slash Fred Jones. You have Gray Delilah as
Agree the Lyle.
Daphne slash Black Canary. Fuck you. You have Matthew Lillard as Shaggy. You have Kate
He always plays
McCucci as
Shaggy, yeah.
Velma. And then you have Diedrich Bader as Batman. Bang, cast.
Who?
Ah.
Again?
Huh?
Bro, you missed John DiMaggio as Aquaman.
Yes. Oh, he was great.
And
And
Crimson
yeah,
Frog.
I had a good time with my good personal friend Diedrich Bader's Batman, as always.
As always, as always. Oh, and also three other big names in this. I'll say real quick. Tom Kenny, who plays SpongeBob,
Yep.
is playing Penguin and Plastic Man.
Yep.
Kevin Michael Richardson is Clayface and Detective Chimp.
Yep.
And then Tara Strong is Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy.
Okay.
Plays both of them. So yeah, Jackson, I want to get your thoughts. What are your thoughts?
20 minutes in, we're only getting the thoughts. That's how much shit Luis bought. Anyways, keep going.
Shut up. What are your thoughts on the music for this movie?
Is this a trick question?
What are your thoughts on the music?
This is a trick question. I feel like I need to open up Letterbox and look at this motherfucker before I answer this question because you're baiting me right here. I can tell you're baiting me because this is the third time you've asked me for my opinion on the music. So just fucking bury the lead. What are you getting at here? Like,
I don't know. Just answer the question.
it was fun. It felt very Scooby-Doo.
Cool. Yeah, there was no trick. I was just actually asking.
Oh, no, it just sounded like you were up to something.
I recognize none of the names of the music, but
Okay.
I guess the reason I
Yeah, there's
asked,
like 3 dudes in the credits.
yeah, and a woman. Jackson, calm down. You don't gotta take away her credit.
Oh, my fault.
Um,
I love feminism.
I guess I want to know how big of a Scooby Doo fan are you? Did you grow up on it at all?
Not really. I mean, like, obviously, like everyone, I've seen episodes. I know the tropes, all that. So, like, when there was a reference or like it hit one of the classic beats, I recognized it. But I would not say I'm like a massive Scooby-Doo aficionado or anything.
Well, see, the reason I bring up this is the actual reason to bring up the music is I'm a huge Scooby Doo fan as a kid. Grew up with the OG show, We Are You
Sure.
Scooby Doo, and with Mr. Incorporated and the movies. So it's like I in the music department wish there would have been more notes to the Scooby Doo theme. I
Hmm.
feel like that's missing. I feel like TMNT vs. Batman had that where it did a very good mashup of the scores.
Sure.
But this movie is mostly just DC and just has the Scooby Doo characters. And yes, it does
Yeah.
do the tropes, the hallway trope, as you always do, the unmasking, Scooby and Shaggy looking for food and running away. Like it still does it very well. But in the music department, it did always make me wish it's like, okay, when is the Scooby Doo theme gonna hit
Sure.
at
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
point? Or maybe just hit like the notes over like a more orchestral version or something like that. I do think that was missing because
Hmm.
it never like fully felt like Scooby Doo without it because that theme is so
Got
iconic
you.
as the characters are.
Yeah. Sure.
Um, but yeah, that's the real reason. I was not trying to bait you.
Oh, okay.
But the other show I want to ask: do you have any experience with Batman: Brave from the Bold? Because obviously this is not just any Batman. This is a crossover between Scooby Doo and
Yeah.
that show.
I've seen a couple episodes. That's about it. Like, it was on TV sometimes, or like shit like that. Like I never sat down and watched it, but I knew the basic gist of like how it felt, right?
Yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah, I think I'm the same. I mostly grew up in Batman Beyond. That was my big Batman show.
Yeah.
Brave and the Bold, the most experience I got with it was the Nintendo DS game where you fight Clock King with a dinosaur. Like that's what I remember of that show. Is that like
Yeah.
and the eraser I think you find in that game. It's very weird. But Brave and the Bold, it's also just it's an extremely comedic take on Batman.
Hmm.
Much more than any a very Adam West inspired comedic take.
Very much.
So I think it's the perfect choice to then combine with the Hanna-Barbera characters, which Hanna-Barbera has always been full on comedic because they created the Flintstones, the Jetsons, Tom and Jerry. I think those are like the most iconic characters they have, and then obviously Scooby Doo. So One thing I do remember from Brave the Bold is anytime he got into it, you know how there's a joke of like, well, he has prep time. He made
Hmm.
it. Yes. In Batman Brave and the Bold, it's anytime he can't solve anything, he'll just randomly come up with an ability that was taught by him by the Tibetan monks. That's literally what he'll always say. This is a skill I learned from when learning with the Tibetan monks, and he'll say that for anything.
Yeah.
And that's something that has gone like viral recently, and it reminded me of that, which was always one of my favorite jokes back in the day. But yeah, but that's Batman Brave and the Bold. Obviously, this came out in 2018, which really does feel like an era of crossovers. So obviously,
Yeah.
2017 had TMNT versus Batman versus TMNT happened that year. We had Justice League versus Power Rangers, which we covered about a week or two ago, and then now this. And I want to get your thoughts on this, Jackson. What are your thoughts on these crossovers? Like, do you like them? Do you not like them?
We established how I feel about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles one.
Which you just don't remember.
I don't remember a single thing that happened. But
But mhm.
I could tell you that I had a good time with this.
Well, I guess my question is, would you want more crossovers? Like, not even specifically the ones I mentioned. Just do you just like the concept of it? Because I think it can be fun. It's just it has to be done right.
It's easier said than done would be my take.
I get you. I think my thoughts on it is that I know you barely remember Batman vs. TMNT, but I the thing with that movie that I think it does very well, and that Justice League versus Power Rangers kind of does well, but and Justice League versus Power Rangers do well is they very much respect both sides and they bring in things from both sides. And TMNT versus Batman, you could tell it's fans of both properties writing that story. You could tell it's the same with Justice League Power Rangers. I felt that here, but I did feel there are elements missing, and I wonder if
Hmm.
part of that is that all the writers were DC people. There was not one person that had worked on a Scooby Doo project before writing on this. It was very much only DC people writing for those characters. Now, obviously, it's for Brave and the Bold, which is a very comedic show, so I guess that fits in terms of tone. But I do wonder if maybe having at least one writer be someone that has worked on the many animated movies that
Yeah.
have been for Scooby Doo would have been a good idea. But obviously, when we talk about behind the scenes stuff, overall story, obviously, I what did you think of the overall plot for the movie?
It's cool. It does what it needs to do. I mean like yeah, it's kind of you kind of understand exactly what you're getting into about 5 minutes into the movie. Like
Yeah,
it doesn't really do anything to shock you. And I know that that's not necessarily in the Scooby-Doo formula either. Like all the unmaskings are fairly obvious, right? I mean, they're
yeah,
most of the time they're not this giant plot twist. Uh, and it kind of holds true here. They try to throw in like a couple of little things to throw you off, but it's pretty standard. It's like it's a serviceable time.
that's true. I would say what I think what I enjoyed the most is some of the ways they used the characters. I think
Hmm. Yeah,
there's some very good ideas. I don't know if the execution's the greatest. It's just it's good. It's okay. The what was it? The mystery analysts of Gotham. Like I thought that was a cool idea, having all the big detectives in the DC universe come
yeah,
together as a team. I think that was a great idea. I would actually love to see a comic about that, maybe with a different name, but I feel like that's actually a really it's basically the Illuminati from Marvel,
yeah,
basically. And I feel that was a really cool idea. I think having them dress up as all the previous sidekicks, having the classic Batman suit, I think that's cool. They do some really cool things with the universe and playing up some of the characters they have.
yeah,
Even and I think that's my favorite part is when you actually do play around with the world. Uh,
yeah.
and even stupid jokes like having Aquaman wanting to be a detective as well and join the team. I feel it's very much a kids movie. You know what you're getting into from the start. It's a very rushed start. Like there's not even any explanation on how the hell Batman and Scooby know each other. I thought I skipped part of the movie when I started it. Um, it's literally just oh shit, yeah, it's Batman.
There they are. Yeah.
I did like the fact that they used Martian Manhunter and Detective Chimp as the ghost and the marionette. I thought that was a cool touch. Doing a classic Scooby, them dressed up as a classic Scooby Doo villain was very nice. I think the lineup was very good. Having Black Canary there. Detective Chimp is such a weird pull that I was not expecting, which was I think fun for the animated universe. And then Martian Manhunter, the question, I guess Aquaman, Plastic Man. I always forget Plastic Man is a detective because I always think of Elongated Man, who's a cop. But either way, I still think it did a very, I guess not very good job, very serviceable job at that. Um,
Serviceable is the right word.
mhm. So in terms of the villain, I think I thought this was going to be a parody, which it kind of was, of Master of the Phantasm, the way they were doing the Crimson Ghost. But I like that they took. It very much felt like they took the concept of Master of the Phantasm and then passed it through a Scooby Doo story, and
Hmm.
that was a very good mashup
I
of
never
like
thought about that. That's interesting.
and I think the twist of like obviously the Edward Nygma Finn being the other scientist, very easy Scooby Doo way of finding it out, switching the letters. Obviously the but what I think was actually a cool thing is I didn't even until like halfway through the film I didn't even consider the Clayface thing
Yeah.
till the end. I thought that was actually a good surprise. Very timely with the fact that we're getting a Clayface movie in 2 months.
Yeah.
But so that was actually a pretty good twist. And then I think the way they used the Riddler was fine, very classic Riddler, well done. And then I love how he keeps mentioning, oh, it's a dad, and then like 5 seconds later he'll be Leo, I know it's you, and then 5 seconds later it has to be his dad. I don't know if you noticed that Batman just kept switching who the hell he thought it was like the entire film,
Hmm.
only for the dad to just show up at the end, just be this old, really old, frail dude just chilling. Um, I did think the way they used Harvey Bullock was fun.
Yep.
Having him go after the mystery gang and Batman, going to No Man's Land was also just a cool
Yeah, that
part of
was
the
cool.
world. I love the joke of like Joker and Penguin saying, let us A-listers show you how it's done," and you just have a variety of like obscure Batman villains going with them.
Yep.
Again,
That was a
it's
Lego
it's
Batman bit.
it really was.
There's a lot of this movie that's kind of like spiritually a Lego Batman movie bit, which
It
is
is.
a compliment for me. Like those were my favorite parts of the movie, to be honest. Like
Yeah,
parts of it reminded me also of the Phineas and Ferb Marvel crossover.
yeah, I remember that one. That was a great crossover
Hmm.
because it does the same thing. It respects the characters, but also still makes them play by the rules of the
Yeah.
world it's crossing over.
Yep.
Like all the villains play by the Scooby Doo rules, even though we're still respecting what those characters are. Um, so I thought that was very fun. I'm trying to think. I hated the Joker voice. I almost forgot about that. The Joker voice is very weird, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And it's
Is that the same voice actor that was in Brave and the Bold? Because I
mhm.
thought it was Hamill.
No, Hamill was in. Oh God, it wasn't Brave and the Bold. It was.
No, he was in Brave and the Bold.
Was he?
Uh,
I thought he was in Beyond, not Brave and the Bold.
well, he might have been. He might have not played Joker. Let me look it up.
Oh wait, no, no, no. I believe it's because so I did read this for the movie. For some reason, they brought back pretty much everybody except just randomly a couple roles just got recast.
Oh,
Um,
Mark Hamill is the Spectre.
there you go. But still, not a big fan of that. I guess it just fits with that version of Batman. I guess I don't know. I was not a fan of that voice. I think Penguin sounded great. I think every other character sounded good. And then I'm trying to think what else. I will say the action. that was the action was my favorite part of Batman versus TMNT. For this film, obviously very different type of
Yeah,
crossover. I think the splash pages got a bit tiresome
sure,
after a
yeah,
bit. I was like, I kind of want to see more fight. I think the little fight there was actually pretty good. Batman versus the many villains that appeared, and I guess it makes sense that you do it that way because you're not gonna have Scooby and the gang beating ass against like villains from Gotham. So it's like you
yeah,
kind of
sure,
have to do it that way. I will say my one of my favorite bits was in the prison when they're doing the classic hallway that you have to do with Scooby Doo. Basically, it's every time they would go down a hallway, Batman would just knock a villain out. So it limiting the amount of villains that kept chasing them as they kept running.
yeah,
I thought that was fun. I also loved they do a classic one of like Shaggy and Scooby getting into costume to distract Bane
yep,
and the other character, and Batman just goes, "What the like? What the fuck was that?" I did like that Batman at a certain point started getting tired of their shit.
yeah.
But
No, that just goes back. I think Diedrich is a really, really fantastic comedic Batman. I loved him in Harley Quinn. Uh, really liked him here too. He just his comedic timing is really good without ever losing like the Batmanness of it all.
yeah,
Yeah, he's great. He's just a fantastic Batman voice.
he
Uh,
is he is very much a modern Adam West because Adam West had that quality. He just never really was allowed to use it very
yeah,
often. But West had the ability of very serious as Batman while still being in those comedic scenarios, and I think that's something that Diedrich does very well with his voice
hmm
acting.
yeah,
Is being able to handle that balance, which is not at all an easy thing to do. But I think other than that, I think the rest of the film, like I want to go like more into detail, like the story, the characters. Like this is very
nothing
much
really
a
to
by
talk
the
about. Yeah,
numbers. This is a very by the numbers film that does have a lot of fun with the universe. It does have a lot of fun with the characters, respects characters from both sides, but it's just I guess by the numbers may not the word. It's just yeah, serviceable. It's literally just what we said earlier.
yeah. I watched it. I was not really bored, and once we hop off this call, I will more than likely never think about it again if I had to guess.
I have to agree. I will say Batman, and I guess that's my thing. It's like I know you can't compare it because you barely remember, but I remember Batman versus TMNT, and I think comparing these Batman versus TMT is such a step up. Like I remember
Mm,
not everything, but I remember like a lot of moments from that movie. I remember the villains getting turned into mutants like TMNT. I remember um,
I don't know what the fuck this guy's talking about.
a lot happens in that movie, but
And I do swear I don't like show up on the pod without actually doing my work. So I did watch it. I just no memory of that for me.
But everyone, go rewatch that episode and then just comment why the fuck did Jackson not watch this. Just go do that real quick so Josh can get notifications of like comments on an 8-month-old video.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like
facts.
that would actually be very fun. But
Everyone
uh
send Josh a personalized message on Instagram.com saying, "Hey, you should fire Jackson. He didn't watch TNMP versus Batman or whatever."
exactly. But it's fine. You can just rewatch Batman Hush like 3 times and it'll make up
And
for it.
and send Jalen a personalized message on Instagram asking if he rocks the new Drake. Anyways, continue.
Okay. Um but yeah, again, it's like this is probably our shortest conversation, but there's really not much more. Like, do you have any other thoughts on this movie that we could
You
add?
know,
Because I
no, like you know exactly what you're getting into by the name alone, and what you think
mhm.
is what you get. Uh, yeah, there's really no subversion of expectation in that regard.
That's true. I will say, and I did just remember this. Something I did think about the show. Around this time, might have been the year after. Maybe that's why they didn't do this. There was a show called Mister Scooby Doo Mystery Incorporated, which was a, it was instead of being a kids show, it was a teen slash young adult show for Scooby Doo. Still animated, and it kept the unmaskings. It kept the gang doing stuff, but it made it a lot more fantastical. It added a lot more recurring mystery, like through line mystery throughout the entire season, not just episodic. It made the show a lot more adult, and it's actually probably one of the most famous Scooby Doo shows other than the original. And I do
Yeah.
kind of would like to see that version of Scooby Doo in a crossover like this, because I guess what I mean is like it would probably give some more depth to some of the character interactions. It might give some more like usefulness to some of the characters in the detective moments, because they in that show they go through some fantastical stuff that would make more sense with the DC universe. Uh, I don't know. I think that that would be a cool thing. I know you can't comment on that because you haven't seen it, but
Yeah.
that's my
Sure.
thing. It's like I wish maybe we could have done that, and I do wish we would have had at least one Scooby Doo Red on this movie, because I think that way we could have had some more. Uh, like the music, I think is just my biggest issue. That's probably
Sure.
my biggest issue with that. Fun enough, this is not the weird. This is probably not the weirdest crossover they've done with Scooby Doo though. Uh, I think, to in my opinion, the weirder one is, do you know the show Supernatural?
I heard. Yeah, I did know about this one. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So there's a whole episode with Scooby Doo. That to
I
me
do
is a
remember
weird
that.
crossover, because Supernatural is a very violent, like adult show.
Yeah,
At least
I
there's
do
some good
remember this one.
comedies. So, but Scooby Natural, that's what it was called. But,
Great title.
mm-hmm. But I don't know. I feel like, yeah, I would like to see more crossovers in the future. I think crossovers are a fun thing of like every like 2 to 3 years,
Yeah,
random
yeah,
animated
sure.
crossover. Or even in the comics, I think. I mean, in the comics, they literally just did Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong. That's a real
Yeah,
comic. So that we're probably gonna be doing at some point on this pod. But yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. I do wish we had more to say, but there's not really much more to say. But at the end of the day, so Jackson, thumbs up, thumbs down. What do you think?
middle to slightly, just a little bit above middle.
I'd agree. I will agree. I think, again, serviceable movie, fun time if you're really that bored and just want something fun to watch. Yeah, it's just a fun time you can put in the background. It is very much a background movie. It's not a pay
Yeah,
attention to it movie. But now that we're past that, I want to get into some of the news, and then we can get into our game. So, which we have blind ranking, and then we have a game. So you'll see. But for the news, obviously, SDCC just happened, and we'll talk about our thoughts of DC not being there in a second. But I want to talk about, first of all, the Clayface trailer. Jackson, what did you think of our second Clayface trailer? Or I guess first official trailer. The last one was teaser.
don't know. We'll see. We need to retire that Flaming Lips song.
Did you like? Did you like the trailer or not?
I have no thoughts.
Really? Because you very much seem to enjoy the first teaser.
I don't know. I mean, there's really. I'm not seeing anything to kind of hold on to yet. Uh, but it's clear they're being restrained in their marketing.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see how the whole film shapes up. Like I couldn't really tell you what the movie's about
Mm-hmm.
still. Um, so it's like I'm looking forward to sitting down and watching it. I just not a trailer that knocked my socks off or anything.
Gotcha. I think my thing that I noticed with this trailer more than the teaser felt, and especially with those behind the scene images, felt like Joker Penguin level. Like we're doing that exploration of Clayface. I'm excited to see it. It was with that very short tease, and I feel like with this trailer felt like a trailer for a Sony movie,
Yeah, yeah, a little bit.
and
But
that
it's
bothered
my
me.
my it yes, but the thing that I keep telling myself is like we know for a fact this is a Clayface that exists within a larger DC world. A and B, I know it's like that first Venom trailer pitched itself as like this grounded horror movie. If you can think back to a time where that was thought of a Venom movie, um, I know that's kind of an impossible concept to even reckon with
Oh,
in
I
the year
remember.
2026. But like that first Venom trailer pitched itself as like a serious horror movie. Um, and I think the thing is we know this movie's going to deliver on that promise, but in the same breath, yeah, it kind of does look like a spunk trailer, doesn't it? Just a little bit.
It really reminded me of not the first, but the second. It really much feel like going from the first Venom trailer, where it's like a horror movie, to that second trailer where Venom finally speaks and they show a lot more of the action. Like
Hmm.
that's what it felt going from the teaser to this.
Mm.
And it's like I did like some of the teases of how his body melts. I There wasn't really that many visuals that really struck me that much. Um, I did forget it looked cool that they teased him turning into the full Clayface, which
Yeah,
we've seen in Creature Commandos animated. So I'm excited to see how they do it in live action. That should be fun. Especially because it'll probably be a combination of practical and CGI. So that should be an
that'll look
interesting
cool.
an interesting thing to look at. I don't know. I think like I do wonder what this movie would have been like if Mike Flanagan wrote it, right?
Yeah,
I wonder what this movie would have been like if he had directed it as well, with his
sure,
visual
yeah.
style. Um, I don't know. I again at the end of the day, we don't know what this director is gonna deliver at the end. There's some behind the scenes shots that look beautiful that we still have not seen in any of the trailers. So like we know some of the stuff that could be in this movie. And like you said, the plot is still pretty like we know the basis, which is the OG character origin, but we don't
Yeah,
really know
from
what else happens in this movie. That's it.
sure.
We just know the origin a little bit. So I don't know. I at the end of the day, I'm excited. I'm not super excited. I've always been iffy on this project because ever since it got announced, it did really feel like Sony project until that first teaser. Then I was like, maybe we got something, but I don't know. I'm just kind of tired of solo villain stuff, but at the same time, I can't be too judgy on it because damn, Penguin was so good. So it's like it could be a Sony project, it could be a Penguin. Like you never know. So I can't like fully be
Hoping for the
mad at it.
latter, yeah.
Exactly. So let's just hope it works. As far as we know, Batman's not appearing in it, but again, still very much connected to that world of whatever the hell the Batman of the DCU is gonna end up being whenever the hell he actually shows up. Um, I wish it was Pattinson, but it's not going to be. Um, I wish I could be as delusional as Josh.
Right.
I want to believe it's Pattinson, but I know it's not.
Yeah,
Um,
believing it's Pattinson is like believing Daredevil's about to pop up in the Spider-Man movie. And by the time this podcast drops, we will already know the answer to that question. And I'm telling you right now, he's not in that movie. I've been saying this. Anyways, continue.
But you know who was cut from that movie?
Well, we'll go over the. I guess, yeah, we'll go over that in the con thing. But yeah, Rosario Dawson not in that movie.
How'd you know that?
Yeah, I wonder.
We'll talk about that more in that. But yeah, that's Clayface. Hopefully it'll be good. That comes out mid to late October, which in my opinion is probably the best release window for that movie.
Hmm.
It's coming out right at Halloween. So
Yeah,
uh I still can't believe that movie almost came out in 9/11.
yeah, yeah. And then we also had another trailer, didn't we? We had another trailer.
Give me a sec.
You good?
Josh, you're gonna have to cut this out. Sorry, my shit it keeps disconnecting, so
I'll
I
give him a
can barely hear
timestamp.
you. Josh, I'm sorry.
I'm not. Fuck you.
There we go. Okay, got it to work. I don't know what the hell
All
happened.
right.
But yeah, okay. So now that we talked a little bit about Clayface, we do have a second trailer that dropped during SCCC weekend, and that is the final trailer actually, which that really caught me by surprise. I thought there was still one more coming. For Lanterns, which comes out in 2 to 3 weeks, which feels
Yeah.
weird to say. That is that close. Jackson, obviously, we don't have Jalen here to rant today, which is it's sad that we don't have to rant about a Lanterns trailer again. But Jackson, for you, what are your thoughts on the trailer?
Best one so far.
Agreed.
I really, really, really like Kyle Chandler. So I can only get so mad when I'm watching Kyle Chandler in a TV show. I can just. It's the most interesting looking trailer to me so far. I like. Yeah, is it kind of a weird direction? Yes, but like, I really just, I thought this trailer was decent.
I agree. I mean, I think this trailer showcased what I don't. Me and Jalen back in the before the show, as soon as this got announced, we would always argue because I wanted a more grounded take on the lanterns. Because at the end of the day, I kept telling him, "Hey, if that works, then you can get a movie with with an actual budget to do Green Lantern effects. But you need to prove yourself because Green Lantern 2011 could have already disappeared if it wasn't for the fact that Deadpool keeps bringing it up. So it's still fresh in anybody's head that Green Lantern movie exists. Then the Snyder Cut happened, and that version of John Stewart ended up getting cut. So now people see that as Green Lantern as well. The Green Lantern Corpse movie that never happened in the DCEU. There's so much Green Lantern in people's head, and it all then always reverts back to 2011. Even the fact that no, not James Gunn, Snyder said he tried as a joke to get Ryan Reynolds to cameo in Snyder Cut as Hal Jordan. Like I still remember
Yeah,
when that report came out, which I thought was a joke. I, it probably was, but I don't know.
it was
But
a
at the end of
joke.
the day, I know. But at the end of the day, like that still brought it back to people's heads. Like Green Lantern 2011 does not go away because it keeps getting brought up in different projects, different ways, and it's the only actual movie we've gotten because we never got the DCEU film. And I've always told Jalen, it's like you need to go grounded first because if that succeeds, if that introduces people to lanterns, that makes them curious about what the lanterns are, then you can get a film that has proven it can have the budget it needs to make the
Yeah,
Green Lanterns. Um, but even I switched to Jalen's side because the problem with the first few trailers is yes, it's grounded, like I said, but it wasn't just grounded. It didn't feel like it respected what Green Lantern is. It felt like it
mm,
was ashamed of Green Lantern. And that was like, okay, it's one thing for you to take the story and make it grounded. It's another thing for you to be ashamed of your source material. Like
sure.
that's a very different thing. Because I always defended the show because the Watchmen people are doing it. But Watchmen is not ashamed at all of their source material. You
Yeah,
still have Mr. Manhattan. You still have Ozymandias. You still have the costumes. You still have him glowing every time J.J. Dumatine the second appears on screen. You still have super. You still have powers, and yes, it's extremely grounded, but it never shies away from what makes Watchmen Watchmen. This show just kept hiding. It wouldn't show us the suit at first. Then it finally showed that it was brown for some reason. Then the ring base, we barely saw any constructs. We barely saw the ring working. John and Hal seemed completely out of character. This trailer, told Josh immediately as soon as I saw it, this should have been the first trailer. Or maybe not the first, but it should have been the first thing after the teaser.
yeah,
Because you left such a bad. No matter what you do now, you've already made a horrible first impression with a lot of fans.
sure.
And a first impression is very important, and it can be reversed. You can have a bad first impression, and the project end up being very successful or very beloved, but it's very hard to get out of it. Like you have to be at a very high level of quality to get away from a very bad first impression. And I hope this show can be that. I think this trailer gave me hope that it can be that. This trailer showed what I hoped the showrunners of Watchmen, Ozark, True Detective. This is what I hope those people could do with Green Lantern. Is what that trailer showed.
Yeah,
I just hope it does fully feel like what that trailer feels like.
sure. Yeah,
I
yeah.
think the construct specifically. I think I'm sad they hid them for so long because I think the ones they did, I really like the way they form and the way they look in the light. I was
Hmm.
like, that's actually a really cool look. It doesn't look animated like the 2011 movie. You'll find that when we watch it. It doesn't look as animated as the 2011 movie. It feels like light being solid. Like it
Yeah,
feels cool. And I don't know. I still have my issues with it. Obviously, my favorite Green Lantern is Hal Jordan. I love John Stewart, and I've always wanted him to be for them to be introduced at the same time, so we can have both. But I mean, Hal's dead. We know this. Like, there's no hiding it. Hal's dead.
it's
Um,
yeah,
and that bothers me. I always wanted Hal to go and become very cosmic, while John became a Justice League member. Like that was always what I wanted. And I'm sad that we can't do that because it seems they're gonna kill off Hal in order to build up John.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It also feels like we're rushing into storylines that we shouldn't be doing in the first appearance. I mean, they're probably doing Parallax, which is the evil Hal Jordan after he
Mm,
gets like murdered. That storyline only works when you've grown to like Hal and you've grown to understand who Hal is. Then it hits you, oh shit, he turned evil.
yeah.
Now it just doesn't matter, basically. But at the end of the day, I really hope this show is introducing the Manhunters. This show is introducing Sinestro is turning on the Green Lantern, so that means we're getting the Yellow Lantern soon. There were I remember rumors of Black
Can I
Cat and
say something?
Cosmos. Uh-huh.
I don't mind Sinestro's design.
I don't either. I don't hate it. I have my issues with it, but I
I
don't
was
hate it.
expecting way worse.
That is true. I was expecting him to just have human skin.
Yeah, at the end of the day, he's a pink dude with a mustache, and
I think here's the thing. I would be completely in on it if it wasn't for the fact that the one thing 2011 got right was Sinestro. Like Mark Strong,
sure.
Sinestro was so perfect. And even he did look a little bit ridiculous. It could have been toned down a little bit. But it's so like he literally just jumped off of the page to a
Mm,
degree that is like ridiculous how accurate he was. And I think that's why I have my issues
got you.
with Sinestro. That's sorry, I'm hearing stuff from the other side.
You're
But
good.
I think that's where my issues come in. Is the fact that we wasted such a perfect casting, such a perfect
Sure.
characterization of the character, and now we're doing this again. This could be incredible. Like I think the couple lines he had, I was like, okay, yeah, that is the motivation Sinestro should have in order to do what he does. It just sucks that we don't get to see Hal react to it since he was the one trained by Sinestro. We're
Yeah.
probably gonna see it through John, which cool. Okay, I guess it's cool that John's gonna get some more storylines because he doesn't have that many in the comics. So I guess it makes sense that you give him some Hal storylines in order to build up more so that he can have films. But yeah, I don't know. It's a thing of like best trailer yet. Hopefully, the show's this level of good, if not better. And we'll find out in less than 3 weeks. We'll find out what we
Yep.
feel about it. So yeah. In term, other than that, I think the other thing we need to talk about. So I do want to get your thoughts on this, Jackson. Obviously, MCU had their SDCC panel. Other projects went to DC. Marvel had a panel that, for people in the room, from this at least how I took from it, the show was more made for people in the room to have this like really cool show starting with Ghost Rider and then having the whole Avengers cast surrounding the audience in different podiums to then doing Black Panther 3. Like it really did feel like they were playing to the room and less making a huge announcement for people that were like keeping up with it like we were.
Sure.
And because of that, it other than the new Black Panther, who's perfect casting in my opinion,
True.
other than the Black Panther news, it was very underwhelming as the CC panel. So I am sad that DC wasn't there because DC could have shown Man of Tomorrow tease. They could have shown a test footage of what Lex's suit like they did for Batman Part 2. They could have showed up what Lex's suit looks in camera. I think that would have been a cool reveal. I think showing some of the characters that are going to be in Man of Tomorrow. You have such a big cast in that movie. You could have really had a lot of people on that stage
Yeah.
for Man of Tomorrow. You could have had them show a little bit more of Clayface because that's 3 months away. You could have shown that the trailer came out during SECC week. You could have saved it and shown it at Comic Con. You could
Sure.
have put lanterns in that panel instead of having its own panel. Like I think there were enough things that you could have talked about, but I do wonder. Obviously, we know that James Gunn has said before. He's like, why do a panel when I can literally just tweet out a script and I'll get the same amount of reaction? And to a point, I think he does have a point. But I think the other reason that he doesn't go, that he doesn't acknowledge is, I think he's just worried about the amount of like hard hitting questions that are gonna come his way, and he might even get booed after like the way he's running DC right now. And I wonder if he's scared of going through that. Because right now next year, the only thing we have in terms of movies is Man of Tomorrow. In terms
Yeah.
of shows, I don't believe we have anything confirmed other than Olsen.
And we have Mr. Miracle.
Mr. Miracle, yeah, animation. That's the other thing. You have so many animated projects you could have talked about. You could have shown some of
Which
the stuff,
to be fair, they did do I think a little thing for Mr. Miracle, but
but not to the level. But at
yeah,
least
yeah,
they
yeah, I get you.
showed more concept art. They showed more stuff from the show. They could have literally just taken what they showed at the animation festival and shown it at Comic Con,
Yeah,
and that would have gotten a big reaction. And I think that just with those projects, they could have gotten a bigger reaction than Marvel, because Marvel, all that they had, even though it was a huge reveal, was Black Panther.
yeah.
So I do think they could have competed, and I think they do need to compete with each other, because the more competition is, the better we have for both franchises. So I don't know. I think that's my thoughts. Do you have any thoughts on them skipping on the SCCC or?
I mean, don't come if you can't have a banger. That's my only thought. Like if they were gonna show up and it was gonna be a dud, then don't bother. Because like yeah, you could maybe show an episode of Lanterns or something like that, but if you're not willing to show it to that many people at this time, because say you there's a big twist right away, then yeah, don't do that. But yeah,
That's a good point. I will say I do wish DC fandom would come back. I miss it.
I do miss it too.
I think that was such a great idea. It really united the fandom at the time.
Yeah, that first one was just unbeatable. That was awesome.
Yeah, the second one sucked, but the
Yeah, the
first
second one was
one,
terrible.
that first one, wow. I mean, what was it?
Unreal, yeah.
Yeah. So who knows? Maybe one day we'll get something like that again.
Yeah.
But that's all the news we have for this week. Very light on news. We don't have a lot to talk about yet. We're very much in that waiting period of the fact that Batman got delayed. Clayface is only 2 months away. Lanterns is only 2 weeks away.
Yep.
Man of Tomorrow is still too far away to really have news. So yeah, we're kind of just in that waiting period of waiting to see what comes next for DC. But now I have two blind rankings I want to do real quick with you, and then I have a little game. So,
Okay.
and because we're having such a short episode, I think we can fit it all in. So the first blind ranking I want to do with you, Jackson, is projects these two writers have worked on, ranked from worst to best.
Okay.
And I think so the first one I'm going to toss your way is Teen Titans Go to the Movies.
Teen, and I don't know what this ranking is.
It's the writers. I told you the projects they made.
Oh.
So be very
Man.
careful where you place everything.
Teen Titans Go the movies 2.
2? Wow. All right. Next up, Flashpoint Paradox.
You can do worse than that. It's not very good. I'll go 3. I'll go 3 on. I feel comfortable with 3 on that.
Damn, I really thought you were gonna go for a 4.
Okay.
Next up, Assault on Arkham.
Yeah, that's that can go 4. That one's not good.
Okay. Batman Hush.
5. 5.
Okay.
And my number 1 is
at number 1 we have the Super Mario Galaxy movie, your favorite movie of all time.
You're such a bitch. Such a bitch. I should have just gone to number 1. I should have known that you were a stupid little dickhead. I should have known. God damn it. I should have known.
Fun. Wasn't that fun, Jackson?
Fuck you.
All right. In terms of our other little one ranking, I want to say some characters, and I want to hear your thoughts on how would you rank them, on how much you would like a crossover with them. Now, this could be either just a Batman crossover or
all right. Let's go. Let's go.
Ready?
Yeah.
All right. A second TMNT crossover.
4.
4? All right. I thought that would be you would put that higher. All right. I need to know if you've actually seen this show, or I'm gonna have to replace it. Danny Phantom.
Have not seen it.
Ben 10.
3.
3. All right. I would actually put that too. I would actually really like to see that.
That'd be interesting.
What I would like to see with that is see him turn into Martian Manhunter and Superman, because he can technically scan them.
Yeah, I guess.
So, okay. Next up, did you ever watch Powerpuff Girls?
2.
You already have something at 2.
Oh,
you put
shit.
Ben 10 at 2. And you have Timothy at 4.
No, I put
Oh,
I put it at 3. Yeah.
Wait, no, you said Timothy 4. Did you want Ben 10 at 3?
No. I put, what was the other one?
Ben 10.
I put that at 3.
Okay, I thought you said 2. Sorry about that.
No.
All right, so 2 for Powerpuff.
Yeah, 2 for Powerpuffs. I fuck with that heavy.
I used to love that show as a kid. All right, next up. An animated Power Rangers movie instead of just a comic.
I could go 1 with that. That'd probably be fun. What's number 5?
Ted the Bear.
I'm killing myself. I don't like this game. Why did you? What the fuck? No, Ted the Bear's number 1.
No,
Ted the Bear's
5.
number.
No, you put it
no,
at 5.
Fuck you.
No, you
Fuck
put it at
you.
5. So
Fuck
you have.
Fuck you.
You
No,
have,
I don't care. I don't care.
Yeah,
I don't care.
Power Rangers, Powerpuff Girls, Ben 10, and TMNT over Ted the Bear. You love all of those franchises more than Ted the Bear.
I have way more investment in Ted the Bear than all of those combined.
But then why isn't it number 1?
Because you suck.
Well, no, you could have just put the other one at 5.
Go to the. Is this it? Are we done with rankings?
We are, but I just want to talk again about the fact that you put Ted the Bear at number 5.
Shut up. I don't want to talk about it.
Now, the other thing we have, I couldn't really think of a game because I didn't want to do a Jeopardy because I know you're not a big Scooby-Doo guy. I didn't want to do too many blind rankings because I was like, you're not going to be able to rank the Scooby-Doo films or shows.
Sure.
And since Josh is not here, I have full control of what we do. When we did the Justice League versus Power Rangers episode, I made a game for that. There was a brand new game that you had never done on this channel.
Mm-hmm.
And that was Power Rangers quiz.
Oh, God.
And you weren't there. And I made some of the questions specifically for you.
Okay.
So I want to see if you can beat Jalen and Josh. Which, for the fact, Josh beat Jalen.
Okay.
On a Power Rangers.
All right, so so you're saying I have the opportunity to best Jalen Singleton in something?
All you have to do, I think, is get more than 1.
All right, great. Let's do it.
I believe.
Are these multiple choice?
You'll see.
Okay, I'm not going to get any of these if they're not multiple choice.
They're multiple choice.
Thank God.
They're all multiple choice.
Okay, great.
Well, here's the way we did it last time. I made Jalen, if he wanted the multiple choice, had to take a half point because he's a Power Rangers fan. Well, Josh had never seen it. So I gave Josh just the multiple choice. For you, obviously, you just get the multiple choice because, like Josh, you're not a fan of this stuff.
Okay, let's do it.
I'm going to share this with you. And it's, can you guess what happens next? So I'm going to show you a clip. And then we're going to get a multiple choice. And then you're going to try and guess what happens after that clip. Ready?
All right, let's go. Let's go. I'm ready.
Here we go. There we go.
Tell the class what you know. Where's my crystal? You can tell me now, Blue, or you can tell me after I kill all of your friends.
So, Rita Repulsa is looking for the greatest power in the universe. Where is her crystal located? A. GameStop.
7-Eleven.
B. Dunkin' Donuts. C. Krispy Kreme. D. 7-Eleven. You're locking in with 7-Eleven?
7-Eleven. Damn it. Is that Krispy Kreme? Yeah.
So, in this movie has the most blatant, I think, product placement that I've ever seen in my entire life. They mention Krispy Kreme every damn 15 seconds or 10 seconds. And they keep talking about how it holds the greatest power in the universe.
Okay.
So yeah,
That's
it's
fine.
a very popular podcast
Okay.
all the time. So, the Go Rangers, the first Super Sentai team, must defeat their enemy with a devastating final blow. What is their weapon of choice? A. Run them over with their swords. B. Perform a team trick shot with a ball that is also a bomb. C. Hug them to death utilizing the power of friendship and teamwork. D. A and B are correct.
Uh,
ゴレンジャーストモグラいいわね行くわよ
let me go D.
D. A and B are correct. Alright.
See a bomb. Yes, that's what I did. Yes. The fuck is that thing?
I want to share something I learned with.
Sweet, I got one.
No, you got it wrong because you chose A and B are correct. Only the bomb happened.
Oh. Damn. Okay. Well, let's keep going.
Next up. Okay, that was weirdly short. He says, I want to share something I learned with you, Rangers.
Yes, I figured.
Robo Knight, the sentient android Power Ranger, has made a discovery about humankind. What happens next? A. He begins to rap about humanity. B. He believes humanity is a waste and turns on the Rangers. C. He begins to break things. D. He was turned
I
into
had a lot of questions about human emotion.
B.
They were hexing me like some sorcerer's
B.
potion. So I followed the advice
All right.
of my good friend Noah into the city library.
He's gonna start rapping.
Of every shape and size on a variety
No.
of topics about
Wait, wrong one. What's happening? There you go.
Robo-Knight. The very most by far with some knowledge there dropped by my little homie Todd.
I think I'm gonna blow your fuses! Did you get a
Any thoughts?
charge out of that? This guy's too powerful.
Any thoughts?
No.
Let's go with the next one.
Okay. Wait. Oh, so I am right.
No, we're at the next one.
Oh. The fuck was that?
Who has come
You
to
like
rescue the
Rangers?
Power Rangers?
You gotta go through
A.
turtles.
Japanese Spider-Man.
Mutants. Well, at
B.
least you got
Teenage
that
Mutant
right.
Ninja
It's
Turtles.
time for some shell shock.
C. Denji Sentai Mega Ranger, this team's Japanese counterpart, or D. Captain Planet.
D.
All right.
I gotta get one of these right at some point, bro.
To be fair, I think Josh picked the same thing.
Son of a bitch.
So there are 10. So I think we're on 5 only. So you can still you can still beat them both.
Great.
Let's go to the next.
I gotta get one right at some point, bro. You should start like one of those out of context pages on Twitter.
Oh, I will. What does Tommy do against this prehistoric threat? A. Speak with the dinosaur before being chased. B. Morph and fight the dinosaur. C. Attempt to spin kick the dinosaur before running away. D. Run back inside when being chased by the T-Rex. A banner falls as an Easter egg to Jurassic Park.
These are good questions, Luis.
Thank you. What do you think? Feel free to deliberate. You don't have to just guess.
A.
A? Alright.
He's gonna talk to that motherfucker. If it's D, I'm gonna be really mad because that was my second pick.
We must reach the highest level of our animal spirits.
God damn it.
So it was C. Spin kick the dinosaur before running away.
I guess, bro.
By the way, that's Jason David Frank, one of the most legendary Rangers that I met over 10 years ago in Puerto Rico Comic Con, who is sadly no longer with us. So may he rest in peace.
Oh.
So here we go. Next up.
Is that Santa Claus? It's Santa Claus.
The Jungle Masters channel all their powers in order to defeat Daishi. What happens next? A. They all morph into Power Rangers. B. They merge together into a giant beast. C. They shoot a giant blast before delivering a very corny line. D. They become furries.
Elaborate on that last one.
They become furries.
Go B.
B? Okay.
No, I don't like the fuck.
You chose.
God damn it. They become furries, don't they?
If Chloe knew the sacrifices you made,
God damn it.
would only confirm
God damn it.
she has the best brother.
Yeah, they become furries.
Okay. They're called jungle beasts. Why didn't I?
I think Josh did the same thing. So, so let's go to the next one.
Fuck this shit, bro.
Wait, why is it unloading? Shit, it didn't load. What happened? There you go.
Other in the world.
What the fuck is that thing?
While Chase feels bad about not being there for his sister, who appears in the command center. A. Chase's sister from the future. B. Santa Claus. C. Chase's sister but evil.
I have
D.
one
A and B are correct.
faraway place
E,
This is
A
fucked
and C
up.
are
to deliver
correct.
presents. New Zealand?
I'm gonna go A and B because I made the Santa Claus comments on the last one. I feel good mojo about Santa Claus.
Alright, A and B are correct. Let's see.
Come on.
Yeah, that's it. So you're still wrong. It's just Santa Claus.
You're a bitch.
Next clip.
Oh, yeah. Why am I? I'm leaving. I'm going to bed.
Hey, we only got 3 more. Here we go. Alright. What happens after decorating?
She gets shot with a gun and dies. She gets shot with a gun and dies. Nope, she gets shot with a gun and dies. She gets shot with a gun and dies. Yes!
And that character never appears again.
Really? That's amazing.
That's
I got
it.
one. All right, so am I tied with Jalen Singleton
I
now?
believe you are. I'm gonna check the score as soon as we're done with this.
Fuck
But I
you,
believe you
Singleton.
are. All right, let's see. Next up. Oh, we have
All
a
right,
bonus question,
I'm ready.
which means this is not just Power. I think we have 2 bonus questions, maybe. I
All
think
right,
we'll see. All right.
2 chances to beat the big Singleton. All right, let's go.
Why are these tokusatsu heroes together? A. It's a promo for a U.S. versus Japan World Cup game with all of them fighting the U.S. Power Rangers. B. It's a promo for Nike. The camera will pan down, show all heroes wearing Air Jordans. C. It's a promo for a toy, all 4 of them combined to a giant robot. D. It's a promo for a crossover comic with the reveal being Optimus Prime. What do you think? Let me look up the score.
B.
B. All right.
It's the lamest option.
That's exactly what Josh said. That's why I made the other options better.
That's the least cool option.
I know. That's the point.
That's disappointing. I fucking guess, bro.
I think there's one more bonus question. Is there? Oh, no, that's it. We are done. So, if I go back,
I went 1 for 11. That's pretty bad.
let's see.
The first issue was like a few more risks. Yeah. It's an expensive. Yeah. Which means, Josh, you win 5-4 in a power.
Oh, 5-4. You are so behind. I thought Jalen only got 1. Jalen was at 4. So 5, 4, and then 1 for you.
Well, I'm that disappointment.
Here's what Josh did. Josh just picked the funniest answers and somehow just kept getting stuff right.
That's fair. Well, shit. All right.
Well, Dad Jackson, I needed you to play that because of the shoots would have gets shot with a gun and dies.
I got that one right, so
That's true, and I made that one just for you.
I appreciate that.
There was supposed to be another bonus question that I removed, which was going to be Japanese Spider-Man, but saying that he's the emissary of hell. But I think we can save that for another day. So what do you think of the game, Jackson?
That was a fun game. Good job.
We will be doing that again. We'll probably do an Arrowverse version someday.
Oh, dear God. I can actually probably do okay in that one. We'll see.
I think you all 3 can, so I'm going to have to work hard to find obscure moments.
Yeah.
But that's it for this episode. Next week, if everything goes to plan, we should be doing our debrief on GalaxyCon with Josh from Jammore TV. If not, just me and Jackson. We'll find out as the time comes. But there should also be some interviews that we did with cosplayers coming out either this week or next. And after that, I believe Cape Crusader is the next thing that we're covering.
Nice.
Both season of Batman Cape Crusader. So stay tuned for that. But thank you for watching, all of you, and hope to see you very soon.